our SOS over here. He's got the board against Zerg showing 4-2 again, so I think it's looking likely.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think they have to at this point. They cannot let SOS get another kill.
Notice also that he's pushed his loss out of the recent games now.
Yep.
He's all W's down there.
Yeah.
SOS, a man of always about letters. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems that way, doesn't it?
I'm always thinking W-O-W, actually, when I see him. W-O-W, wow.
Yeah,
wow.
Feel the same way. Well, who's it going to be here for Samsung Galaxy Con? I think everybody's pretty sure at this point it's RorO.
Definitely not Armani.
No.
It's not Solar in there.
It's not Armani.
All right, he looks stressed, though, actually.
He should be. He should be at this point. SOS has a lot of momentum behind him. He had like an easy second game. First game was a bit wonky, but it wasn't exactly like terrifying. I feel like he kind of just did the build, and he like kind of...
It worked.
It worked, essentially. And from there, it was kind of just following it up. And second game, obviously, just won outright. Third game is going to be the real test. It's going to be King Sejong. It's a much bigger map. These games generally go late game, unless he goes DT again. But I don't
unless
think
he goes DT,
yeah.
I mean, if he goes DT, RorO's so good about scouting this map, and he's going to know it's coming, so
this
we'll definitely see
map,
some good scouting.
This is RorO's map. There's nobody who knows this map better than him. Nobody who has a better win ratio on this map than him. Let's go into the game. Game number 3, SOS versus RorO here at the Round 4 playoffs.
Up here in the top left, in the green for JINAIR Green Wings, the Protoss player on a 2-game winning streak now. It's SOS.
Cash-a-doodle-doo.
Yep, there he is.
And over here, the bottom right, in pink, Zerg player, the hope for Samsung here, possibly their last hope. It's RorO. If he loses here, somebody has to beat SOS and 3 other players, 4 players in total. To get the reverse all kill, something that's only happened a very few times in StarCraft history. It's pretty tough.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty rare.
Yep.
I also love the fact that they put out SOS first, by the way. He's on such a roll these days. He's so good for getting that momentum first. If there are other players that they put out first, maybe Maru's not doing as well, they put him out first and he loses a game weirdly, or maybe he faces Historic, they lose some of those games, and then you have to send out SOS in not as good of a situation where he's got a lot of pressure on him. Maybe that's not as good. Sending him out here first, they've already got 2 wins. I really like that decision.
Yeah, and I agree. I kind of agree, just considering the map list here. They weren't going to get to RorO until map 3. So SOS started. He's not going to have to worry about probably their ace player, essentially. He's going to deal with these players. And, I mean, obviously looking at the map pool, it wasn't going to be one of the stronger ones. So I think it was a great choice putting him first. It was definitely the right move, and it's proven to be so far.
We see RorO actually putting down the pool first, deciding to be a bit safe here.
Well, I mean, SOS is known for his cannon rushes especially, so I can totally agree with this. Playing it safe, he doesn't want to have like a cheap loss here, considering how important it is for him to win this game.
Yeah, it really is so important, and he can't really do anything risky. Going to be totally safe. Puts down that expansion.
Yep, and Cybercore started back at home. Probe is coming across the map now. Look at all that information. A bold move to actually go hatch first against SOS, known for cannoning, which I think one of the reasons why SOS does not actually do a forge opening here. And even makes a Zealot, actually, right now. So I'm going to be starting things off with that. And leads like him to believe he might cannon, but doesn't even fake the pylon. He wants to keep his build crisp at home, doesn't want to use any of those minerals right now.
Yeah.
I think, he sees the timing of the hatchery. He's like, he's not going to fall for this anyway. Even if I put down pylons, he's going to be totally fine and just kill him, so.
Yeah, and the Overlord would have seen that there's no forge down here. It would be pretty weird at that point if there was like a forge in the main that he was canning with. But SOS has done that before. Zealot's going to go ahead and clean these plates so he can get a nice wall up. Doesn't mess with his building placement.
Yep.
And the Lynx are going to come over here, do a little bit more poke and a little bit more prodding.
We already see RorO scouting. We see that pink little dot going around the bottom left. I mean, this is what he has to do. He knows that DTs could be on the way.
You don't want to
scout for those pylons.
Got to scout those proxy pylons, especially on this map.
Oh, the jukes.
Wow.
The Zealot's so pissed he killed those plates, man.
Can't believe I missed him.
He like one-shot those plates afterwards. He's so angry. Well, he sees not a whole lot. I mean, there's not much information to gather just yet. He sees the mothership core is out, but I mean, that does give him some information that it's not like a super fast rush to tech or anything weird like that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's a very standard kind of like one gate expand from here into pretty fast 2 assimilators, so we'll definitely see some tech soon. Obviously no proxy though, considering the map, considering there's no probes on the map. And we see a RorO go down straight away, and the Overlord's in perfect position for this.
Yeah. Right at the front, he's not scared to show that right to the face of RorO. He's like, "Yep, what's up? I'm making Robo."
Very interesting. Very interesting placement too. You can kind of get sniped if there is some aggression early, but I doubt that'll be the case. Considering RorO went for the two hatch before gas, probably getting at 6-minute gases at this point. Oh wait, he's just got them now.
Okay.
So yeah, probably around 6 minutes he'll start getting gas.
Robo and Twilight Council going up in the main, so looks like he wants to get a little bit of scouting information with that observer, and I guess get Blink out pretty early here while he takes a third. That's what I would guess is the next move here.
Yeah, this is definitely a third base kind of build. He wants to kind of safely get into a third, get Blink on the way, as well as Robo Immortals if he has to. Kind of into fast Colossus.
Oh my god.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way.
Look at his
DT?
face, man. He's like, I swear he just gave a little smirk as he placed it.
He's just, you know what he's doing? He's like, oh, I know RorO's going to scout the entire map for this. I know he's going to be looking for this. He won't expect this at all. He wouldn't think that I would put it down 3 games in a row.
This
Would
is
he?
War Prism, man. It's like hardcore.
Yeah, but how is he going to get it over there without RorO scouting? RorO has so much map vision.
He starts a Roach War immediately, but
There's the Zergling.
yeah, he's gonna see it, right? But he still doesn't have a lair, and he doesn't have any Spore Crawlers. I think he's gonna expect a Zealot warp in, but that's not what's coming here. And he now sees Zealots, in fact, so he may actually be distracted by the fact that Zealots and DTs get warped, and he's only making 10 Zerglings because he feels like that's enough. And I just knocked out our monitors, so
we're going to have to watch on the break screen.
Yeah. Anyways, continuing on that thought, he drops the Zealots out. The Dark Shrine isn't ready yet, so it's a little bit more time, I guess. He's like just really messing with RorO's head here.
Yeah, that's definitely what he's trying to do. I mean, he warps in the 2 Zealots right in front of that Zergling. He's like, hey, look, I'm going for a Zealot drop. I have no DTs. I have no Dark Shrine. What do you do? And RorO's like, okay, I'll make some Zerglings here. I should be fine, right? Oh, no, it's 3 DTs. And what does he have? He doesn't have any Spore Crawlers. He needs to make Overseers. He's making Roaches.
Yeah, no overseas so far.
Is he actually just going to target down?
Oh, wow. This is unbelievable damage already.
He's actually doing so much here. This is looking so bad for RorO and so bad for Samsung. Oh, he's trying to, well, I guess he's going to try to do a Ling block there, but didn't work. The Lings over here are not defending that Queen. Now they are. But he targets down another Queen, getting a lot more drones here. Every swipe is a dead drone. And
all these Queens down, he's not going to be able to get that War Prism. He's just going to be flying around the base. He could just drop all over the place. He's going to be totally fine. He's going to go to the third base now.
Well, he's just going to continue to split them. And there's only one Overseer, in fact, on the map.
Oh, man.
He's just using the map against RorO. Funny how it is to say that, actually. RorO's usually the one who does that to his opponents, but another swipe there using that DT acceleration.
This is actually ridiculous. This should not be happening.
He's losing like way too much mining. There's, by the way, Gates and a Forge and an Immortal coming up at home.
Oh my god.
While he's doing all of this.
Look at the difference right now in mining. It looks like RorO's mining from basically one base, and SOS is totally fine. He's doing so much damage, killing so many drones, and delaying so much mining time. That's the big thing.
And
he's
there's, with those dead Queens, it's possibly kill the War Prism, like you said. He's missing injects with that as well. Now he's going to start, looks like, using the DTs to clear up creep spread with that Observer. And Immortal, that's a new Immortal dance animation that David Kim added to fix Protoss.
Harlem Shake, whatever.
One more hit on that Queen.
Oh! He can actually still get it, right? How low is the Warp Prism? I guess the Warp Prism is really low.
Yeah. Very important, though.
Looks like the second dance animation.
And they're going to follow up with like Immortal Blink on by the looks of things, unless we see a third go down.
These 2 Immortals now deciding to dance together.
Uh-oh, the gates are real. It's happening. Okay, third base goes down.
It could still happen. I mean, the amount of economic damage to the Zerg at this point is ridiculous. Like he had
He
to
only
run around
lost
so
one
much.
DT, right?
Yeah, he lost one DT. The amount of drones pulled, the amount of queens killed and drones killed.
He's just like, you better have your queens always being paid attention to, always babysat, or I will kill them.
Yep.
Oh, he's gonna kill this one. Sorry, queen. Got a bit too far
Dead
away
queen.
from home.
Drops the tumor, but it's going to go down. He's trying to attack with like 6 roaches. There's 3 immortals here.
RorO's face looks so defeated. It looks like Solar is in the booth watching with him. Or somebody's in there with him. You guys can't see it, but we have a little bit of a wider camera shot.
And here we go.
Yeah, here we go indeed. It's coming across the map now.
Yep. Here's the special. I mean, he's going to have the War Prism as well for the forward warp in. He's going to be able to micro those immortals in and out of that guy as well. The lack of queens is going to hurt as well. Not going to be able to hit that War Prism. Not going to be able to transfuse. And
Oh, he just doesn't have enough units. It's 24 roaches against this many stalkers with Blink.
he's got
+1.
Archon. He's got a bunch of stalkers as well.
This is going to be nasty, man. That Archon's going to do so much extra damage.
The people in the studio seem like shocked. There's like not much going on. They're like, oh
No
my
sound
god,
is being
again?
made, man. Like-
Again? Really?
All right, cuts off the roaches here. One more force field will at least. But now we can actually trap them outside with force fields. The 2 forces on the ramp. He's making it look easy here. And RorO, he's just waiting for that last swell of roaches before he comes in here. He's actually supply block, just made a bunch of overlords. Still supply block. Can't make any more units. He goes for it.
The force fields are just sick. He kills all of the roaches in front. The drones are just running up against those guys. The time warp there. He blinks forward. All of these guys are totally separated from the rest. Oh my god.
Well, this just looks like it's not fair.
It's looking that way. Immortal's doing a ton of damage to all these roaches. A big blink on all the rest of the roaches. And RorO looks defeated.
He definitely does look defeated, man. SOS not even cracking a smile.
GG.
GG indeed.
Wow, we're going to see a 4-0, guys, at this rate. And we're going to see a DT in the 4th game.
Yeah, DTs in the 4th game. How many DTs did he make in the first game? How many DTs did he make? 3. Second game he made 2. Went back to 3.
Back
the
to
3rd
3.
time.
Maybe,
And
yeah. If it's going to be another Zerg, I think 3 again would be a good choice. And
Well-
I mean, the 4th map, what do we got here? 4th map is going to be
Habitation Station.
Habitation Station. Also a pretty good Protoss map.
well, why don't you guys talk about who you think the next player is going to be while I fix our monitor?
Yep. Sounds
Go
good to
ahead
me.
and do that. Well, of the players we have left, I mean, for this map, maybe Reality, we got Solar, and at the bottom there we got Turn, Hurricane, Trend, Emotion, and Armani. I don't think they're going to send out any of those guys for this, you know, in this important of a situation for Samsung. I think it's going to be Reality.
I think it's going to be Reality or it's going to be Solar at this point.
Yeah, definitely going to be one of those two. I don't know. You send out a Terran. He hasn't played that matchup today. It's a decent turtling map. You can get the gold. I mean,
Sure. It's good for drops too. It's like very open airspace. And yeah, I know it's hard to say exactly what they're thinking. I mean, it really looked surprising too, that last match. RorO looked very unprepared. He looked like completely shocked. He was not expecting DTs again. No spores, no overseers when they got dropped in too. Like, he reacted very late.
it was SOS playing with his mind. He just did that so well, warping in the 2 zealots in front of the Zerg. He's like, hey, look, I'm doing a zealot drop.
My favorite move, our monitor's back to life. It's a bit fuzzy. I don't know what I did wrong, but it's back to life. My favorite move was when he took the DT and dropped it at the 3rd out of the main, because you just need to pop over there for a second. The warp prism goes over the edge. DT can be dropped on the outside, and then he has to make another overseer. And you know, I think he just was not counting on that.
Yeah, he got completely caught off guard. Like, he was not watching his main when that drop was happening. He must have been still distracted with those 2 zealots running around on the creep.
The saddest thing was that fangirl we just saw. RorO gave a bow, but she looked shy and awkward and walked away towards SOS waving at the fan. Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of I'm feeling the cloak-a-doodle-doo, and gotta go that way.